Hello and welcome back to the RSC Season 11. I mean, what a time to be back on the stream. We've got Fearless Alpha up against Serene Nara in the Master Tier in Glaciers, and I'm here with Liquid Sight yet again.
Hey, Noah, welcome. Thank you for having me back here, Potter. It's always great to be part of the RSC EU stream. I am excited to see this. I haven't watched too many Master Tiers. I gotta ask the chat, though, while we go through a few things. Somebody's got to put a number. How many flip resets are we going to see in this series? I'm thinking at least 5. 5 flip series. 5, flip resets. I'm going to say 5. Oh, we got a few other people. Let's see in the chat. Go ahead, Potter. Tell us a little bit about the stats and what we're going to see tonight.
Well, looking at the stats, I suppose we might as well start off, as always, with the team stats. 9th is where Fearless Alpha sit in the Glaciers division, whereas Serene Nara currently sit 7th. These two teams not having the best week 1, but wanting to bounce back strong going into week 2. Maybe you've already played one series already. This could be their first of their week 2 matches, but whatever it wants, the ideal result would be a 4-up.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on the team, you're always gunning for the 4-0. It's really always interesting to see the shooting percentage on what is going on. I mean, you both see both teams pretty heavy on the demos, evenly matched. I mean, there's not a whole lot of presence difference there, so it's really going to come down to who's going to dial in the shooting accuracy, who's going to open up the field and get those shots on targets. We all know in RSC, the post and the crossbar are the best goalie. They have never been defeated. You take a shot at either one of those two spots, the ball's coming back at you.
So who is gonna be the person to split up the defense? It looks, as we do take a look over at the player stats, that it's going to be Dylan Chingenzo, 75% shooting accuracy and 40% shooting accuracy respectively for these two sides. And we look over at Serene Nara, and Evie's played 4 games and has missed every single shot they've taken.
Oh, come on. Let's get some love out there for Evie. If he plays tonight, he or she, I apologize, I don't know everyone's gender based on their avatar name, but if that person plays tonight, best of luck. I hope you get at least one of those in. Bump your shot percentage back up there. But those are great stats out there. Clearly, Fearless Alpha has found a team they want to be fielding. They are playing the same team every time. Maybe they'll shake it up tonight. I mean, it is week 2, so it is a time to start feeling out those teams to see who is going to be the leaders of your franchise to bring home that and secure that playoff spot.
Well, it is only week 2. Top 3 for a little bit of a refresher, considering we do have the time for it. Top 3 will be getting the playoff spots in the upper bracket, and then down to 7th, I believe, get the play-ins, and 8th and 9th, you don't get to play anymore RSC if you finish down there. 10th as well. You're that far down, I kind of forgot about you.
That's the cutoff. At 10th place, you're already forgotten. People are just starting to think about you for next season. As I'm looking at the chat, though, there seems to be a predominant chant there for Fearless. So I'm wondering if Fearless is the predicted team to win here, and if excuse me, Sonara is going to be the underdog throughout this. The chat is starting to wake up and they're getting a little bit excited. I can't wait to see the Masters. Now, I did see the chat say there was anywhere between 5 and 8. Somebody got really, really specific and said that there was going to be about 6 flip resets, but only 2 of them would score. Now, that is very interesting to see. It's going to be exciting to see how this team works out. I have never casted a Masters game, so this is going to be something exciting for me. And this, these franchises, Fearless, I know the franchise quite well. Sonara is another great franchise we have seen over the years at RSC.
Indeed. And I suppose I might as well throw you into the deep end now as we do get into the latter stages of the intro here. I mean, you say Fearless are potentially the favourites going into it. I mean, what's your prediction for this matchup?
I liked the way, again, purely on stats, I like the way Fearless had their lineup. They looked the strongest, based purely on numbers. But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to respect every single team that are in this tier. Everyone can be the upset. It is fantastic to watch that. So I'm going to go with the fan favorite. You know, the chat is warming up. They're just spamming about Fearless. It's getting exciting here. You know, if I had a Venezuela, I'd be singing for them. You know, so that's where my cards are going to lie. But at the end of the day, man, we got to cast him as we see him. So it's going to see how this shakes out.
I'm currently having some issues getting into the lobby myself. Might as well, if you are there, so you might as well take us away. I can have a look at our screen share, but looking at the screen share, which I do have in front of me, we're still waiting on people to get into the lobby.
Yeah, it's still an empty lobby. It's just quiet. It's just the silent hush of the eggs as they're rattling against each other, trying not to crack as the tension grows for when the players get on the pitch. Now, Chad, is there anything that you guys want to see tonight? Is there a demo you're hoping to see? Is there a player, man, you wish they're coming out on the field tonight? I see Peachy Boy has been going crazy. He has been the #1 chatter in this stream. He is coming out here. Oh, and Ember, he's got out there. Oh, Serena Nari has got a prediction of 4-0. It looks like nobody wants to give up a game. It's either going to be 0-4 or 4-0.
Probably not. I'm gonna go and say it's gonna be 3-1 to 3-1 to Fearless. Serena gonna lose, not win. I'm not too sure why. I casted Fearless Alpha back in week 1, and they had a 2-2 up against Inferno. I believe the team is of Ignite's master roster. Both teams look solid, and I think Fearless might just have the cutting blow, the cutting edge, that little extra bit of quality you need to get them over the line.
The X Factor. It's definitely the difference maker. The biggest thing in this game is always making space on the field. If you can have that playmaker, that one person that is mechanically gifted enough to get by 1 or 2 players, you really open the space for your other teammates. Quite often, the person that makes the space in the field is not the guy that has all the goals and the assists. He's often the one that's got sometimes the lowest points, but he's the keyest person. He's not the person that's the third man that's diving in. He's the one that's covering the net on the way back, letting those other 2 people grind it out in the corner. And we got to remember that this is a game of inches and not runaway miles. I love a game that's 1-2 goals. It is fantastic to see, like 4.5 minutes of non-stop action, only to be disrupted by an amazing goal.
But just for some information for our broadcaster in the background, if you have messaged D-Lynch, please message the details over to Genzo so we can go ahead and get Fearless into the lobby. But still waiting on the Fearless side. But I see you in the chat. Try and get something over to Genzo. Telepathically get them into the lobby and we can get some Rocket League underway. However, is there any final thoughts you want to say, Sight, before we almost getting ever closer to getting this game on underway?
I always enjoy how the kickoffs change from tier to tier. You know, your challenger, your rival, your master. Every tier does kick off a little bit more better. And it's always interesting to see because everyone practices a certain type of kickoff, a speed kickoff. But really when it comes down to the kickoff, it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. Because there's you can either play defensively and lose, but you lose strategically, or you try and win and you have a gameplay. So I'm going to be interested to see how at the Master Tier have these teams, in only week 2, solidified a way to combat those kickoffs, because they're so important. Because I believe the kickoff, you're at the weakest point of the whole game. You don't have, most people have low boost, you're not organized, you're not really set up in a rotation, and everything is up in the air. Those first 30 seconds are key, so it'll be interesting to see how many times that a kickoff goal happens.
Well, kickoff goals, few and far between. However, we've been staring at the lovely preview of Manfield Night for almost centuries. However, I believe we can get to see some players on the field here on Manfield Night, ready for Game 1 as they do go ahead and get into the lobby.
I accurately put myself on spectate. I know there was a stream not too long ago, I think it was for ERS. I accidentally joined. I felt like such a noob. I'm like, what am I doing in this stream? As we see Serena Nari take control and they are pushing it into Fearless Charlie's team. And as we see, it's now gone the other way. Fearless Charlie has got the attack on, and Serena Nari is pushing it away. Here we go, and Excuse me, Potter, could you take this for a minute?
I suppose I could start by saying third time is the charm. It is actually Serenara in the opening stages of this game. Shot does go on from Lutix, but it is saved away from Ember. Couldn't get the follow-up that either could Lutix, but it seems like a different Fearless Alpha roster to what we're used to. No D-Lynch, no Dem playing, just Genzo from the starting roster.
There we go. We're starting to see the demos come out and play. The physical play, there's two of them. Unfortunately, that was a little too high for Ember. Unable to reach it. Cito's going to try and take control. He's got low boost. He's had his boost stolen. Takes the 50-50 going into the corner. Lutix up for the shot. There for the challenge. Ember kicks it away into the corner. And they're going to take control. Flows tries to get a flick. Gets it out to the midfield. Cito is there to meet it. Jazz to send it back. Ember is up quick. Unfortunately, there's no one over there, but they're clearing it away. Lutix has a miss, tries to gather it. He's going to take it down the field. Is Cito going to take the pass? Unfortunately, he wanted to take a little bit more. Jazz takes a nice lob shot onto the field. Cito kicks it away. It's over to Jazz, but he leaves it for his teammate. He's going all the way back to the corner. Turns early and sends it back. Cito, not the touch he wanted. Got it into the other corner. Genzo has to collect it. He's kind of sent it away to Flo. Both teams are trying to put this ball into the back of the net. And there is some dangerous moments here on the field.
There is, but no opening goal coming through just yet for any of these teams. 2 minutes of Rocket League gone and in the past here in game number 1. But Jazz getting the play out, looking for the edge dribble. Pass over to Ember. Ember couldn't make contact with it. It was a free shot at net, but Genzo, they're primed and in position to take that touch away. Flow there to try and break it up and get something going for this Serenara side. Whatever team gets a breakthrough here is going to have a massive advantage in securing this first game one for their team.
You know what I've noticed? Nobody has any of their season reward stuff out. Wasn't that amazing stuff that we all got? How come that's not on everyone's car? Come on, guys.
Honestly, haven't even looked at what the rewards are. But might as well focus back on the game. Everybody being very bland and basic with their cars design, but they've got the most skill and the most reputation here in the RSC for being some of the best players we do have to showcase. But again, so they're finally opening the scoring for Fearless Alpha, tucking that shot into the bottom right hand corner and opening the scoring for Fearless Alpha.
I would like to tell chat that was one flip reset on my account there. It didn't end in a goal, but it was officially a flip reset.
Suppose it counts. How many more do we need, Si?
Well, I said at least 5, so, you know, we're pretty early. That's what, wow! That shot just about went in and almost took it off the ceiling, but we need 5 in order to complete my mine. However, if it goes over 5, then, you know, I think the price of right rules come into play, and I'm out.
Is that so? Well, we'll have to find out when we get there and we play more of this series away. But no, still 1-0 in favour of Fearless Alpha. Serenara needing to try and get something. That opening goal for them and the floodgates could potentially open. It's Jazz over to the left-hand side wall for the team in orange. Fakes it past one, gets a touch past a second. Couldn't finish it past Lutic, but drives their momentum all the way downfield. Ember to keep the play alive. Jazz really far back though. It's allowed a little bit of time on the ball to get the shot away, but it's high and wide over to Genzo, who does get the 50-50 down the right-hand flank for the blue side now. 1:10 left in this game. Do you think Serenara are going to be able to get back into it, Si?
I think they've got a pretty good choice. I mean, Ember has been very dangerous. I've seen that player on the field many a times. It's been fantastic watching them play. This is a little bit of waffling in the front of the net. It almost ended dangerously there. Oh, another demo on the field. Got rid of Genzo. Lutix tried to push them away. Is he going to touch this ball? Thank goodness he backed away and let his teammate play it out. Fearless Alpha has made it all the way to the end. Ember going for... Now, that's not a flip reset. That's a ceiling shot, so that doesn't necessarily count. Ember's going to try and disrupt. No one there to demo. Flo with the shot. How did it get saved? Jazz! What?
Well, this has gone from learning mechanics with sight to absolute insane defense on the side of Fearless Alpha. That is one way to keep your side one to the good. They've got 15 seconds to ride out and they'll be taking game 1 home. Serenara, 10 seconds left to try and get an equalizer. It's off the corner. Jazz is going to deal with it. Looking for Flo upfield. Genzo there though. Flo does beat him out. Couldn't allow a touch for Jazz over to the left. Looking for Ember. Jazz no boost to work with. Is going to have to leave the play. 2 players go up. for Serene Nara. Nobody else with boost. The ball hits the ground and Fearless Alpha. Your victors in game 1.
I'm going to say boo to Fearless Alpha there. Cito saw the ball coming down. They knew they were only up by 1 goal, so he let the ball touch the ground. So, I mean, boo to them. But clearly, congratulations, taking the first win. That was fantastic excitement. I don't know how that ball didn't go into the end there. That was a wide open net. There wasn't really a whole lot of place that you couldn't shoot it. But clearly, they were able to keep it out and able to take that game. What a fantastic win. You can see every player was contributing on that team. No one has really got a goose egg across the board. What a fantastic lineup between those two teams. Happy to see Ember out on there. Again, I didn't realize who that was until getting halfway through this game. And some of the other people I don't know, but very well even matched. There wasn't really a whole lot of glaring mistakes. As you saw, it was only a 1-goal game. That was fantastic.
9 shots for Serene Nara, 8 saves for Fearless Alpha. They need to do a little bit more to try and break up the defense of the Fearless side, but they do head into Forbidden Temple, one to the good, and hopefully looking for more wins in the future as we do get into game 2.
Clearly that game didn't help anyone's shot percentage, that's for sure.
No, it didn't. However, they will be wanting to improve that. Here on Forbidden Temple, pretty much everybody ready as the timer does reset. We do have 5 minutes back on the clock here, and still nothing has changed. Fearless Alpha are your blue side, Serene Nara are your side in the orange. Only a 1-0 scoreline last time around. Potential blowout here.
Dangerous.
In game 2, Flo opens the scoring, and 10 seconds in, it already feels like a completely different game.
That 50-50 win was key for them. Genza was back, 1v3, smart play to go for the physical movement. You didn't have a whole lot of boost. Everyone was keen on what was going on in that play. That was so well done. Congratulations on that one. That was a well-earned goal. There's a demo. Just saying, welcome to this game. My goodness. The physical play, I love it. Ludwig is up. He's trying to get another touch. Unfortunately, didn't get the first touch correctly. Floacher's trying to challenge the net. Cito, what happened? What happened? Did the post defeat a defenseman?
Challenge. He just stopped.
Oh!
He couldn't get there in time. It's just really powerful shot from Flo. Cito couldn't get back to it. Rotation's not tight enough on the side of Fearless Alpha. And I suppose when you're playing with 2 FAs or 1 FA in your sub, it's not going to work out perfectly 100% of the time as you might need it to be. But the shots not coming through yet for Fearless. They've had 0 of them to count up here in game 2. But Serene Nara well on the course to win game 2 here. Still a lot more Rocket League to be played though.
I will interrupt quite quickly because the stream is asking, the chat is asking as I'm taking a look at the stream, the tags are off. They don't know who the players are unless they listen to us and if we're fast enough. So broadcaster, if you're able to fix that. Otherwise, you'll have to listen to us as Ludix throws it into the corner. Jazz is there to meet it. What an open shot. Unfortunately missed by Ludix. He's got low boost. He's going to cycle out. Genzo is challenging Ember. Ember wins that 50-50. Flo is there to back them up. Ember's last defenseman as Jazz was taken off the field. Ludix throws it into the wall. Flo collects it. Is going to send it down into Fearless Alpha's turf. Genzo missed it. Low boost. Ember tries to pass it over to Flo. Flo missed it. Back to the middle of the field. Cito is going to take it slow. He's got no boost. He's trying to get it back down out of their zone. Fearless Alpha is being chased. Genzo, low boost, dodge that demo. Ember throwing it out in the middle. Flo is going to try and score it, and they do. Back-to-back goals for those two. Fantastic plays again.
Back-to-back-to-back. Call it a hat-trick for Flo. 3 minutes left, 3 goals for the main man over on Serene Nara. However, looking towards the bottom of the scoreboard, we do have Cito on 24 points and Jazz on 64. Hopefully a lot more to give for both of these players as we do head into the last 3 minutes of this game. Fearless Alpha, it seems like a mountain they've got to climb to try and get any sort of chance of winning this game.
You know, this is the exciting part about this is where you don't get the 4-0 sweep. You have that game that that team that rallies back one game after another. You know, you wonder what is being said in the locker room. What a fake challenge by Flo is able to fake them out. Flo is going to take it down the field, passing it nicely off to Jazz, who's able to collect that middle boost. Now he's got total control, lots of boosts, takes a 50-50, able to remove 2 defenses. Ember is up there playing with the ball, not able to get it over to his fun teammate Flo. Is Jazz going to turn on this? Yep, Jazz is up there with it. Genzo meets it right away. Fearless Alpha's got another hit. Flip reset, didn't go anywhere. So we're at the counter of 2 that I have counted. Chat, if I've missed a flip reset, you're going to have to let me know because I'm not catching them all. I'm not Pokemon tonight.
Come on, what have Pokemon got to do with this?
Ash, catch him. He's got to catch them all. I'm not catching all the flip resets. There's another demo on the field as Genzo removes another Serious Sonara teammate. But it's not doing them any good. There's still 2 minutes and counting down. And there has not been a goal by Fearless Alpha, but 4 by Sonari.
Where was this in game 1? That's the real question. They've scored 4. They didn't score a single one in the last game. Maybe it's just a question of the Fearless Alpha's defense slowing down and the Serenara offense being as good as it was last game, because they had more shots. They had 9 in total, but the conversion rate was not there. Just a flip of the switch and Fearless looked like a completely different team, but not in a good way.
Anyone who watches anime knows you use the first 5-10 minutes to size up. You don't go full hog right out the gate. You got to slow burn this one. You got to figure out how challenging your teammate is. Sometimes you take a few punches, you lose a game, whatever it might be, because you got to size them up. Clearly, that's what they've done. They took the anime approach, and now they're just taking it to them. Now the question is going to be whether or not Fearless Alpha is able to respond. Apart from demos, because they are getting plenty of those, but they're not getting enough goals. Flo was trying to get the 4th goal of there's Jazz. He's going to add another one onto his lineup there. That's 2 for them. They are helping their shot percentage, and Fearless Alpha is still showing a nice batch of donuts at 0 for goals. They've got to wake up, at least for the next game, with 1 minute left.
Right. Sometimes your analogies are beyond my expertise. But what else is beyond my skill level is this coming out from Jazz, coming out from the Serenara side. 5 goals coming through. 45 seconds remain for Fearless to have any kind of response, get a little bit of momentum going into game number 2, but we know quite securely which way this game is headed. We're going to have a tie series heading into game 3 with match points on the line.
Yeah, there's definitely no chance of Fearless Alpha coming back from this one. The only thing they can do is try and get the go-ahead goal. Something, a consolidation, something to get their momentum going into the next game. Although the way that they are playing, they are having a tough time getting out of their end and maintaining control. It's just been, I think, a lot of great communication from Sonara. As I say that, there was almost a slow pitch going in. Cito's got an opportunity, unfortunately didn't pass it forward, threw it back. Lito missed that one. Just error after error from Fearless Alpha. They need to shake that one off. Restart the game, says Cito. I also agree with them. They need to restart and just take this next minute and sort this out. Oh, and maybe they're actually saying they would like a new server.
Well, a new servers is what I suppose we're going to have. Yeah, well, we'll be back with you soon for game 3. But like we say, to break it down a little bit more, match point now on the line. Both teams winning a singular game. RSC being 4-game series. A tie looks most likely, but one of these teams can come away with a 3-1 win. And if somebody is going to come away with a 3-1 win, it definitely looks like it's going to be Serenara after that performance.
Yeah, that was absolutely clinical. 5-0. Strong defense, strong midfield presence, able to control the ball. Just everything went their way. I noticed Ember not taking the hard shots, but actually throwing it back out the middle. Flo was there to collect almost every one of them. Jazz was able to put 2 on the board. So really, everyone is not thinking about themselves. They are doing team plays. It is fantastic to see. Fearless Alpha has to figure out how to break that down, whether that's continuing their demos, and hopefully, this is a long game where they have the mind game. Maybe they're going to hopefully break Sonara down is so that their mental game, and they're getting frustrated. But I don't know about you. If somebody's demoing me, but I'm still scoring goals and we're winning, my mental game's still in play.
Well, just to let everybody know and yourself know, so we do have a new lobby up. We are here waiting on Sovereign Heights. I suppose I've turned into an egg waiting for this match to start here in the crowd. Everyone's here. We're just waiting on you. So as soon as you get in
Oh,
here, we can get game 3 underway.
absolutely. I am here. You know, I've hatched a plan on how this one's gonna go down.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, see, somebody's gonna crack, you
Mhm.
know, and at some point there's gonna be an omelet on the field, and there is the challenge by Flo, making the first shot difficult to save, but Fearless Alpha was able to. That's that deadly 30 seconds right after the first kickoff. Ember is up, challenged early. Cito had a very difficult shot, had to control that, and there is the physical play, but they've left the net wide open. A very interesting tactic by Litix, who has no boost. Here's a centering play. More than one Fearless Alpha is up. If this ball has gone nowhere, Cito is now trying to touch and control it. Jazz is there to collect it, who's on the other team.
Well, it's an excellent start here for Serene Nora heading into game 3. It doesn't seem as if the defense of any team is cracking just yet, other than the Serene Nara defense. They've been, suppose you could say, been egged on with that shot from Lutix.
You know, that double tap was actually no yoke. You know, that was clean. It went straight in the pan, you know, right out of fire. You couldn't have beat that one.
I can't with these.
Genzo cleared it away. He's got a lot of boost. Ember's got a lot of patience. Flo is going to collect it, send it back up high. Unfortunately, it went off the ceiling. Ember tried to throw it back to his teammate. Genzo has got it again. Fearless Alpha is going to try and get some pressure here. Jazz, slow play. Flick out to the middle. Litix right in the middle. It's going to go in! Fearless Alpha has said no thank you to the last game. We are going to put it his way, especially Lutix, who was on there. Cito tried to steal it, but thought better of himself at the last second not to do anything and touch it.
Yeah, Sido tried to be the poached egg on that plate, but just left it. Did not want to be the poacher, just sitting on the goal line, able to tap it in. Didn't work out. Just left it. Ball went in top left, and it is a completely revitalized side here for Fearless Alpha. I'm not sure what's happening. It seems like every single game the teams just switch sides and go from there.
Somebody's got the best locker room coach. Clearly, that's what's happening. Is somebody is able to amp them up. Maybe it's the captain's doing a great job. As Flo is taking another pot shot on Fearless Alpha's net, Lutix is able to bring it down the field. Genzo is there with him. Unfortunately, kind of got on top of each other. Send it down, but there's Cito is back and is playing a good third man, not diving in. Lutix went up for it, could not get it through the middle. Flo sent it to the middle. Ember was coming a little bit too hot. Jazz throwing it across. Ember's got to go back for boost, so Genzo has got a nice little air dribble. Again, the double commit ended up in a demo. Genzo's going to try and collect it on the corner. Nice 50-50. Another great 50-50, and he has made a lot of space. Cito, what is going on? Oh my goodness, Jazz won that 50-50, and that was all important. He has no boost, trying to throw it in the middle. Genzo got the the collection, but Flo said no thank you and threw that. What a challenge. There was a demo on the field too. Who else was all 3 players in that? Oh no, Ludix on the cycle back got a demo for his favors.
You said you didn't know what was happening. It was cracking end-to-end play for both teams, and it results in a Serene Nara goal. Is this now where we see the momentum shift and things start to change? Ember onto the backboard, looking for the double touch.
Hello!
Gets it, shot in bottom right. 2 players for Fearless couldn't keep it out. We've got a tied game in game 3, still with match points on the line.
And that was fast. You saw Flo throw that right to Ember. Ember threw it high, was able to get the read off the backboard right away and clean that up. No thank you on getting away from this game. Serena Sonare is going to be up. Lutix, here's that kickoff. Does he have enough juice? No, Flo was able to play that slowly enough. Cito threw it down in the middle. Serena Sonare is on top of each other here. Fearless Alpha is not one to be trifled with, as they took the first 2 goals, and now Serena Sonare has been unanswered with 2 goals of their own.
they're going to have to keep the momentum going. Job not done yet. They still need at least one more goal. Jazz could be the creator of that. Passes it down to Flo, and they make it happen again. It seemed the Fearless Alpha, they're just scrambling around in a chicken coop. They don't know what to do. They're all scrambled together. And it's ended up in the back of the net, and Serenara take the lead. Minute 45 left, and Fearless Alpha, they need a response.
They definitely need a response, and it's got to be enough that they can get momentum, not only to get one goal, but to get another in these last 90 seconds. And I have found that Fearless Alpha has been on top of each other, and as you see there, they have been on top of each other again, and just no one is cycling all the way back. Genzo, what are you doing on the wall, buddy? The ball's not going there. You got to protect your net. He was a little bit slow getting back, and he was the last man to get beat by that ball. It is again Nare's goal, and there's another kickoff that goes in their favor. Let's see if Genzo's got enough boost to get it all the way down the field. Flo and Ember there to meet them. Ember's got great control. Let's see what they can do with this ball. What an interruption by Ludix, and a shot that didn't quite make it all the way across the post. Cito with a great flick. However, Ember's up. They've got lots of boost. One flip reset, didn't go anywhere. We're at a count of 3.
Well, 2 goals apiece for Flo and Ember, quite literally laying eggs all over the Fearless Alpha defense as Ludix claims this one in the midfield. They've got a minute left to find 2 goals. One here could be crucial. It's a pass infield, the cutback. The man was destroyed. Flo, it's an amazing demo coming out from them. But Jazz looking for fakes. All they need to do is delay time. It's a great pass over to Ember. The 2 players there, like a deer in headlights, just startled, did not know what to do. Sido and Genzo all pushed out, all got drawn, gravitated towards the ball. Jazz slots it to Ember. Ember slots it into the back of the net. Serenara 5-2.
Where's the defense? Yeah, the defense, both, like you said, stared at the ball and it didn't read the play. And Fearless Alpha got caught again. Cito is awkward here again. Ember's going to throw it in the middle. Flo was expecting that to go a little bit more in front. Jazz is back and comfortable. Lots of boost, lots of time. Oh, almost unable to read that. That was pretty close to an own goal there. Jazz, again on the defensive side. Ember's up to challenge. Flo has got lots of boost. Great control here. Throws it away just to try and collect himself. He's going to try and get the, the demo. Unable to do that. Jazz, low boost. His teammate has taken it. Fearless Alpha wants one for the road. They've got it. I don't know if it's within reach. 7 seconds and you need a goal within 6. And then you need a 0-second goal. Stranger things have happened. Let's see if they can make RSC history.
It's an impeccable shot coming out from Genzo, but I think they have chickened out of this game number 3. 5 seconds left. It's not going to be enough to get them into it. Serene looking for one more for the road. Genzo just touches the ground. Serenara head into game 4 with a 2-1 advantage.
What have I unleashed on you here, Potter? I figured you were done, but here you are. You're just baking these one after another. Just wild shots here. I don't know if you're game or not here, but my goodness, those puns are outstanding. What another showing by Serena Nare. They have been fantastic. Those assists, I think, are making the space on the field. Fearless Alpha needs to start predicting the assists and stop playing the ball. They need to play the team.
Don't play the ball. Play the egg and put it in. Where'd you put an egg? In an egg case.
You got to put them in the basket.
I don't know anymore, man.
You got to put them in the basket.
In the basket. That'll do. Get the egg. Put it in the basket. Win the game. If it's a chocolate egg and your opposition's a chocolate egg, you want to melt it so the defense melts. I'm not sure what else to say. But it's working for Serenara.
It's been fantastic to see Serenara take control of every single play. And you know, Fearless Alpha has been playing the demo game. It has not been working for them. This is their do or die 2-2 moment. I hope they can take this one, and if not, congratulations for Serenara for taking this 3-1. We're about to see how this whole game unfolds as Ludix takes that one and wins it. Jazz went back for the boost, is able to collect it all the way for Serenara. Cito, unfortunate touch, and Ember is first to strike within 9 seconds.
Ember, the first chicken out of the coop, first early bird, has gotten the worm here and has got the first goal, slots it bottom right, 10 seconds into it. And it's a great way to keep the momentum going here for Serena Nara. Great way to try and get yourself to 3-1 victory, but Fearless Alpha, I'm sure they're not done yet.
I feel like I need to keep spurring you on, Potter. There's, you know, don't feather the boost lightly on this one. So you're just the winner in my eyes for all these.
Yeah, winner chicken dinner, mate.
Well, as we see, Jazz is taking it up. Ember is trying to get the ball. Unfortunately, they realize halfway through their jump they don't have enough boost. Is going to have to grab this corner boost. Is it still not there? Jazz has got a great flick. Cito, what a save! Man, that was all but in. Ember came in hot and heavy for that one. Letux is trying to try and dribble this one. Missed it. Fearless Alpha going for that physical play. Cito was last man back and he dove for the ball. Jazz has a nice easy goal as he only had one man to beat and he dove for it pretty early.
Indeed, they did. I can't think of anything else. They just kind of gobbled at the chance to put it into the back of the net and gobbled it straight up. A minute left, 2 goals. A minute left, a minute gone in this game. God, time flies so fast when you're having fun. And 4 minutes remain in this one. I'm sure Fearless Alpha still aren't done, but Serena Nara, still, they want to break that 5-goal kind of boundary that they've set themselves over these past 2 games.
It's been a pleasure to watch Serena Nara just find each other on the field. Every time they touch the ball, they're hitting it to a teammate. It's not like a touch for the sake of touching the ball. It's been fantastic to see. However, we see there, Serena Nara, it looked like they were in a little bit of trouble as every single defensive player was doing some sort of ballerina movement. Some were in the air, some were just floating, and another one was on the ground. However, it ended in their favor as it has gone back to Fearless Alpha's corner. Flo is up, got the ball, Ember is back, Jazz has their support, and here comes a challenge from Genzo and Jazz able to hold it in their end. Cito throws it away, Flo up on the wall, Cito got to it first, but Flo with the second, Jazz tries to throw it on point, got a little bit physical with Genzo in the net, Ember is up, 1 touch, 2 touch, Flo already committed early, Jazz is going to try and collect it now, got the 50-50, Fearless Alpha again, double committing, and the ball is in the back of their net again. Started choking him. Chat, come on guys, what's going on here? Let's see your best pun, considering we are doing way better.
Well, the defense has just turned into the sad sound that one of them rubber chickens makes. It just has. It's just they've run out of energy. They don't know what to do anymore. They've literally cracked. And it's I'm finished. I'm done now.
Potter is tapping out. Fearless Alpha says, no thank you. We still have 2.5 minutes left. We are going to make the best row of weekend on this. Genzo is up. He's going to try and throw it to Ludix. They are lining up across the field, unable to keep this moving forward. Ember had a bad touch. Got it going the other way. Genzo was trying to disrupt the play. He's throwing it back to the middle. Unable to get it with Cito. Lutix has good control. Lost a little bit with the net ball here. Genzo is up. Did a bit of a back flips. He's doing a little bit of dance in the middle of the field. Jazz has got it all the way across. Missed the demo. Flo is in the net. Ember is doing a little bit of a fake out. Flo again challenging early. Lutix is up. Jazz and Ember are back. At this point, they're up 3 goals. They could take it a little bit easier. They don't have to push very hard. Ember has 50 boost. What is he going to do with it here? Unfortunately, they were challenged nice and early. Lutix dove for the ball. He's out of the play. Jazz and Ember, no problem.
I thought chickens couldn't fly, let alone do this. Jazz passes it across. Ember was already up for it. Slots it into the top of the net. 4-0 the score. A minute 30 left. And how many goals do you think they're going to be getting by the end of this?
Well, I'm hoping that Fearless Alpha gets at least 1 goal. A consolation prize at the end here. However, Serena Nara looks like they're going to get at least 1 or 2 more goals out of this. They have just been putting on another clinical explanation on what to do to win games. Take a look, teams, at what happens when you get a proper team that's well warmed up and can find each other. It's going to throw it again to the middle. Jazz across. Missed his teammates. Alpha has an opportunity here to make a play. Ember is just being a nuisance for enough for Flo to catch it. There's a pre-flip, unable to catch it. Genzo was able to do a 50-50 on that one, and Cito is caught dead foot here. What's going on, Cito? Oh, Cito was taken off of the field, demoed for all his blade. Genzo's got a bit of a shot that's not going to make it all the way. Jazz collects it off the wall. Ludix is up, couldn't get the read past. Ember is on the ball. Genzo again trying to keep the momentum going, but Fearless Alpha just giving up too much space. This is going to being out of control. Excuse me. Cito is up. Oh, got faked out. Genzo is going to collect it in the corner. Going to be met by Flo. Flo wins the 50-50. Ludix is up. Didn't get the touch they wanted. Jazz is going to create a little bit of trouble here. Flo going to throw it out in the middle. Unfortunately, Jazz ran into Ember. Ember is going to throw it into the middle, and Cito faked the challenge, I guess. 100 boost wasn't enough, and there's another goal. Consolation prize goes to Serenanari and not Fearless Alpha.
Quite frankly, I mean, for the past minute and a half, everybody on the field just kind of been running around like a literal headless chicken. They haven't done absolutely anything. It's just been ball going around everywhere. No one's really taken hold of it, but finally Ember does get a shot away, and it's exquisite placement coming out from him. It's been exquisite constantly, and that is just even better for the own goal, for the 6-0 win, and it just wraps up a great display for Serenara.
Hold on. This shout out goes to Boyo7861. Serena ain't just roasting Fearless, they're deep frying them. I think that wins the pun of the chat. I don't know what they have for a gift for you, but as far as I'm considered, you have won the pun from the chat. What a showcase by Amber, Flo, and Jazz. Congratulations for them to taking that 3-1. Fearless Alpha will have to come back, collect themselves, and get ready for their next games. But I am tipping my hat to Serenanari. I think the whole team did quite well. Jazz with 804 points that game. What a showcase by them. I mean, we had a whole opportunity to just come out with one egg pun after another. I think we should try and find a pun every time we do a cast together here, Potter. Maybe we'll do like improv. We'll have to ask the chat on what they want to hear puns on, and we'll try and do that the whole cast.
Well, it's always good fun being here with you, Zach. However, this is the only time me and you are going to be featured here tonight. Believe you might as well give our broadcaster the most amount of time possible. Morosky, shout out to you in the background. First time here, doing a cracking job so far of the whole production, but we joined with you in about 10 minutes time. It'll be Rackham and RW Dragon talking you through the next game, so we'll see you then after a short break.
Thanks again.
とろけるほど My eyes, your eyes, when me I die 好きなんでしょ岩のように Floating on the clouds What I'm in eyes flooded my head spinning round and round 見なくなって Flavors on your lips 吸い込まれるGoing on a bubble tea trip Fly away Sweet honey Can I stay with you いつまでも Fly away Sweet honey Can I stay Let my head spin round and round Going on a bubble tea trip
Welcome back, everybody, to RSC. It's week 2 here, and we're here for the second series of tonight. It's a rival series this time. It's Mystics versus Uranium. I'm Tevin. I'm joined here by RW Dragon, and we're gonna bring you all this action.
Well, another 4-game series coming up, and Tavish, these two teams have had a tricky start to their RSC seasons. 8th and 7th they sit at, Mystics 8th, Uranium in 7th, and it's not the best way to start your season when you're gonna have to be chasing those playoff places.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be a difficult one. If you are at, like I said, in a little bit of the lower standings, and you have to fight your way up there, because there are definitely a lot of strong teams here in the competition so far. And like you said, Mystics number 8, Uranium number 7. Mystics 2 losses, Uranium 1 loss, 1 draw, so a little bit of a better results. And if we're gonna take a look at the team results so far, so for Mystics we have Shower, Infinity, Robin, and Alex. Uranium, Miracle, Change, maybe Omar, and Evelios. Most of them very well-known players here in RSC, and definitely some good results on there as well. With if you only look at goals, maybe Omar and Chan doing a lot of goal work on the other on the Uranium side, and Robin definitely being the carrier in goal scoring for the Mystic side.
Yeah, the problem comes in when you take a look at Miracle on 0 goals. Whether they're playing today or not, it's still a big question mark when you don't have all 4 players, especially when they're rotating in and out, like especially the Uranium team, very balanced of 2 players on 4 games, 2 on 8. So we're either seeing 2 players move up to 12, or one of them joining on 8, or 2 of them getting back to 8, one moves to 12. It's a tricky situation when you're having that rotation, but not having everyone firing on all cylinders. It's a tricky one for Uranium to be in, but they have got themselves into 7th. They have managed to get themselves up on this Mystics team. But in terms of football terminology, this is a real 6-pointer for both teams. They don't want to be sort of find themselves at the bottom of the table. They will be wanting to take all 4 games here and really shoot themselves up the leaderboard. I think that today for both teams it's pretty much all or nothing. You either get 3-1 here and boost your chances, or you end up with a draw and you're kind of out of it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It's definitely gonna be it's do or die for either team, because like you said, if you get the 3-1 result, your chances increase to at least join everyone at that top 5, because that's why you want to end. You want to end in the top 5. Always you want to end higher, because higher is better in that perspective. But I think this entire game is going to be a coin toss, because Uranium has some very good chances. That they have a more all-round team, like you said, and then Mystics also having some good chances there. They've really been focusing on Alex, Robin, and Shower to play together. Don't know if they're going to be playing Infinity today. Could maybe throw their chance a little bit away, depending if they're going to play with Shower or Infinity. But it's difficult to predict this one here this early.
Yeah, it can go either way. Like you said, these two teams are so close together in record that it pulls into question, who have they played? I mean, exactly. If one of these teams has played 2 of the top level sides, the Embers, the Erebos, those 2 teams, top of the leaderboard, far and away, running away with things in this rival level prospect. Don't think they're playing tonight, but it calls into question who have they played so far in terms of who we can predict.
Well,
both teams have 2 series to go this week. This is their first of the 2, playing at 8, whereas Ember's at 16. So they will have to play one of the other teams on 12. But I think their seasons could be decided here, whether they sort of are able to push themselves upwards and rebound from their previous losses, or they just sort of sit around this level.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk about week 1 results, they both played Ember. Mystics lost to them, and Uranium tied. So could be maybe a little bit of an indication here on how the series will go. And the other teams they've faced off against are Nightfall and Onca, so still 2 top 4 teams, and they both played the number 1 seed here in the bracket, not the bracket, in the standings. So maybe Uranium has a little bit of an advantage here since they had a better result against that number 1. But it's very difficult here since, it's Rocket League, it's a momentum game, anything can happen.
Well, both these two teams will kick off their week 2 campaigns here. Is Alex trying to clear things out? Velios with a big challenge as that drops in towards the center. Hunter Sam in towards the middle. Alex, big clear back. Miracle will have to clear things up. Robin is up, blocking that down. It will be Alex taking it from the midfield, going for the slow play here. Very patient, put into the middle, but no one is there to get things going on the Mystics side of things. So we go past the opening 30 seconds, tied at 0-0.
And we've seen some shots at both ends of the field. Both teams mostly testing a little bit out the defense. A great opportunity for Miracle, the devil on the goal line from Avelios. But Hunter Sam, the savior already for the Mystic side, denying that opportunity. But it was such a good start here here in this game 1 in the first minute. But luckily for Mystics, the defense is too strong. But it already shows that Uranium, they're not scared to throw in a little bit of a demo or be a little bit aggressive. Not a shot, so close, but no goal just yet.
Mystics running this midfield line, keeping everything under control. As soon as it gets even close, Hunter Sam taking the slow play, gets one to jump, tries to get it past another, does so in towards the center. Alex and Robin getting each other's way. This could be a breakaway goal here as Uranium get away, and Hunter Sam, no one coming through for the shot to just put the ball into the back of the net for the Uranium team, as they have been put straight back to the sword and put straight back onto defense. Velios will have to clear things. This is much better, actually. Miracle can drop this down. Robin will save the shot. Velios again. The shot is saved by Hunter Sam. This is still no goals somehow, and both teams are starting to get going in this series.
Yeah, and Mystics definitely having to do a lot of defensive work, and Hunter Sam is leading in that regard. He's putting in so much effort to make sure that his team is not conceding any goal yet. They're not really that aggressive in offense just yet. It's mostly been Uranium doing all the work, as once again they're in the offensive third. Great demo here on the goal line. Maybe an opportunity, but it's already cleared back into midfield. Robin now all the way into the other end. Big clear. No follow-up just at Alex. Becoming dangerous there, looking for a dunk. But angle just a little bit too tight. Hunter Sam, we've seen him in defense so much. Maybe an opportunity in offense will be denied. Alex has an open net to work with. Oh, disaster for Uranium and Mystics. They score first here in game number 1.
Velios in the midst of desperation to get back. Just gets the dodge in. Good. Getting there first. Good. The dodge puts it into the back of the net. Oh no. Oh dear. Uranium have started off on the back foot. And they'll stay there with the scoring. That own goal puts them 1 goal behind. Mystics again step onto the front foot. Miracle will have to clear it away, but Robin on the halfway line keep it in the midfield. Alex gets back just in time to keep away from Velios. But here's the challenge from Uranium. Miracle back upfield, looking for one Velios who stays grounded. Actually, this is good news for them. They can start to try and take control of the midfield line as they do. Velios trying to make up for their own goal. Doesn't quite, but the pressure is good as it keeps this Mystic side on the back foot. Things have changed in this game for a little bit for the better for the Uranium side. But they're just letting go of pressure a little bit too soon for my liking.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you there. They take 1 or 2 shots and then they already back off. The rotation not fully optimal yet, but they have more than enough time to figure out how they should adjust everything here against the Mystics roster. But Mystics, they've been in the defense so long, and now they are becoming more and more aggressive. Hunter Sam, demo on the goal line. And then it's Robin has an easy shot here on the open net. Will put it in and 2-0 lead.
It's just much better aggressive positioning from Mystics. As soon as they sort of start tightening up the pressure, as soon as they get Uranium on the back foot, they instantly recognize it and they instantly move forward. They move their last man just back a little bit further. They do keep control of the midfield lines very well still. But their attacks are much more efficient and much faster, much better than this Uranium side. It's looking good for the Solus rival team. It's Robin out towards the side. Much calmer at the moment as Miracle wins out that 50-50. Here comes Change, blocked up by Alex. They'll drop down towards the middle unless it's blocked again. Avelios moving it around the side. Hunter Sam out towards the side again, but again, Miracle just not getting in the way. They're losing control in the midfield line. And Uranium has to start once again on their own back foot.
Yeah, and it's killing them at this point. Because every time when we're thinking, and when they're probably thinking, okay, we can push forward, they can do something, they just lose control or they double commit, or it's just not the best touch coming out. And then it's just easy for Uranium to, or not for Uranium, for Mystics to counter them. And just say like, hey, we'll take this ball, thank you. We're not complaining. And they did it perfectly in game number 1. And obviously they got the own goal from Avelos, helped them out a lot here. And then afterwards, a demo from Hunter Sam on the goal line. Easy shot for Robin, 2-0 lead, and they held on to it. Hunter Sam doing a lot of work in defense to make sure that they got all the opportunities. But now you're looking at Uranium, what do they have to do, and what will they do in game number 2 to show everyone like, hey, we can come back.
Velios complaining about how good Hunter Sam has been so far, but it is a very good question. Uranium have got themselves upfield several times. They have looked decent on offense. It's just decent's not going to cut it against the Mystic team with Hunter Sam going wild on defense, and especially they haven't been escape enough to sort of increase those opportunities they've had. I mean, surprisingly, they have actually outshot Mystics. But the thing is, they haven't been quality opportunities. They haven't given themselves that big chance to push up towards net. Hunter Sam has been able to block out their larger ones. But still, the quantity and the quality has not been good enough for Uranium when they do move upfield on attack.
No, it's definitely like you perfectly described there. They go quantity over quality, and well, it should be the other way around. Rather have 2 perfect shots that go in instead of 20 shots that absolutely do nothing, where the air is your worst defender. But maybe an opportunity here. Change, great shot after kickoff. Slowly flowing towards the net. Miracle! Perfect opportunity there. He'll put it in, and for just a very quick response here for Uranium in game number 2.
That is exactly what you want. They recognized they were on the front foot. They recognized they had possession. They pushed up, and they got rewarded. This is what Uranium needs to continue to do. After that first game, I thought this was going to be a simple but low-scoring series for this Mystics side. They didn't get many opportunities in that first one, but they made them count. They got the quality. I thought they were going to not quite run away with it, but score like 1 or 2 every single time and get the wins. Now the narrative is not quite as simple if Uranium can keep these changes going. Avelios looking for a pass, and Miracle once again flying through. This is way too slow from this Mystic side, and they've let another one in.
Yeah, and Miracle stepping up huge here. Beautiful play. And yeah, I don't know how Uranium just in between games just said like, snap, we're gonna change it, we're gonna do it like this. But it worked, and Miracle, a well-known player in the previous season, not only in RSC but also in different leagues, to be known as a bit of an all-round player that can set up his teammates, never to be much aggressive himself or a real finisher. But he's showing it here in game number 2 that he can fill that role as well. Change also want to bring in some action, quick shot on target, no real pressure just yet from him. Hunter Sam looking for an infield pass, finds Robin, quick shot on target, will be saved by Change on the goal line. Great opportunity to at least get 1 goal back here in game number 2, but no luck so far.
Been good Mystics opportunities. Hunter Sam can't get back. It's been caught out. was just about to start praising Mystics. Their quality opportunities have been brought back. They are forcing players and forcing goalkeepers into saves. That's what I would define as quality. Making the goalkeeper move. That situation, they just weren't ready for it. They were moving up high onto the pitch, but they weren't quite reading how the play was going to evolve and play. In that situation, they got caught out again. Velios, big clearance again, but this is a little bit better from Alex. Not quite on net, but did drop far enough as they realised possession and pressure was starting to get relieved and moving back much sooner. Comes change. Can't get forward towards now. Hunter Sam only just being able to push it out, but that might be a very good pass. It's changed the angle for Alex. Can't get past Velios. And again, things will break down just a little bit for... Things were breaking down. Everything's starting to come together for this Mystic side once again. They're getting the pressure in. And Uranum, once again, being a little bit too calm on defense and not putting enough pressure on these attacking players. Oh, Alex.
Yeah. Alex into the air, doesn't have the best touch there. Avilos, easy follow-up from him. Hunter Sam trying to keep the pressure in midfield. Change, immediate follow-up. No follow-up after that. Robin trying to make something happen. And it's a little bit like the team's just switched. It's Mystics, they were so controlling and so good in game number 1. And they still got that quality in them, but it's not showing to their full potential. And Uranium was kind of missing in game number 1, but now Uranium 3-0 up, 2 minutes left to play, and they're not stopping with the pressure. They're relentless right now. They're just continuing. Yeah, they're a little bit passive in defense from time to time, but they're still there to make sure that they got that momentum all the time in their favor, and they're not letting it go so far.
They do need to be careful though. They're just sort of letting things slip in terms of quality when they're transitioning upfield. Hunter Sam will have to clear it out from the corner, get the challenge in. That drops for Revelios, going for the backboard. Robin taking control there, pushing it upfield. Better pass, but really lacking that person on the transition to help out. Move upfield, and now all the pressure is going Uranium's way. It's Miracle taking a shot. Robin can't find the save, and that's another goal. This is great goal difference for this Uranium side. So they're now leading by 2 goals in the series. As they will be looking at by 123. That needs to be ticking down first, but they're looking to be equalizing this set.
Yeah, and it does look like it. And we already talked about this before the games even started. This is going to be such a close series where either team can win, and both teams, they want to get that 3-1 result, because then you can at least move up in the standings. And after game 1, it was like, okay, Mystics they look a little bit stronger. They look like the top dog out of these two. But now Uranium, they said like, nah, we're gonna be the top dog here. We're gonna show you how it's actually done, and they've answered really, really strong. 4 goals to their name, none conceded so far, and they're just looking in this final 40 seconds to create a 5th. But Mystics, they're so close every time with the opportunity to get a shot in. And now, finally, Hunter Sam will get that goal. Defense thought he was going high. He just rolls it low underneath. Beautifully played there under Avelios. And it's finally a goal for Mystics.
Simple play there for Hunter Sam. That's what Mystics actually need in the series. Just, especially in this game where they've let things get away from them. They just need to get 1 goal for themselves as Miracle finds the clearance. Hunter Sam coming through. Shot going wide, but pushed away by Change. In towards the middle again. Miracle really not taking that the right direction as Robin's able to come in for a challenge. This Mystics team starting to turn up the pressure for the last few seconds. Try and find a few more goals. Try and counteract this 3-goal deficit they'll have. They won't win, but I'm sure they would appreciate getting a few more to their tally. So that's placed towards the backboard. Big clearance by Change. Mystics have a chance to rebuild. This is still kept up. Just drops. Uranum, they will take game 2. 2 games to go, and we are tied 1 apiece.
Yeah, and you gotta give it to Uranum. In game 1, Miracle, he was so quiet. He was just there, kind of rotating, kind of thinking, okay, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And here in game number 2, right off the bat, he gets that goal after the beautiful pass from Evelius after the kickoff. And then afterwards, he gets another goal. And the final goal they score, it's a little bit of help from one of the Mystics players, but, you know, he still gets the credit for it. He's been stepping up when it was needed for his team to step up, to say, like, hey, you guys are struggling, let me help you out. Make it a little bit easier for Evelius and Change to get some of the shots in, to get some of the pressure going. Miracle, he was at the receiving end of it, of every pass to make sure that the goals were going in. But he kind of kickstarted his team, like saying, hey, we should do this, this, this. And it works. And now game number 3 on the way. Looking at Miracle, if he can keep that up for his team. If Change and Evelius can say, like, hey, you did it in game number 2, let us do it in game number 3.
Well, I think the lessons have been learned from both sides. The Mystics, they need to keep control of the midfield line. They need to be more careful with their touches. They do let one through, but that's good from Alex. Rotating back. Midfield line needs to change once again. In terms of Uranum, they need to keep this pressure going. They were sublime in the early goings of last game. And now we have a rule 2. We have a rule 2 in the middle of the pitch. So everyone should know that is the correct order of rules.
Nah,
Very important. It's very important. I mean, Kronovi, one of the earliest players in the game, calls it a rule 2, so I'm pretty sure that makes it correct. So we drop down to a 2v2 for the next 4 minutes, possibly.
Okay.
I can't wait. I'm going to open chat. I want to see just
let's
uproar.
let's not mention this discussion if it's a rule 1 or rule 2. Well, everyone knows it's a rule 1. But in the end, Alex scores the goal here. Beautiful infield pass for Robin. Alex on the receiving end puts it in, and Mystics, they score first.
Rapids has got it. Rapids is smart. Keeping the ball up at 0 seconds is, in fact, rule 1. Rule 2 is being put together in your car, so you have to stay there. And I tell you what, this Mystics team's like bringing it together as they score yet another goal. That's a phenomenal shot from Robin, and phenomenal follow-up to keep going.
Yeah, beautifully done there. Hunter Sam infield pass. He was in locked cars too long. He said, like, I want to bring some action as well. Beautiful infield pass from him. And then Robin receiving end yet again. Crossbar down. Luckily, he didn't get the awkward bounce that most people will get in that scenario, and he will put it in. And now, infield pass for Robin. Alex receiving and puts it in. And it's the 3rd goal within a minute and a half.
I have 2 questions. What are Uranum doing that they haven't realised the lessons from last game that they need to put more pressure on? And second of all, when were there more than 2 rules in Rocket League? Someone saying there's 4 rules. What? Am I really that out of date with the rules of Rocket League? Anyway, we should probably digress from this argument and go back to how good Mystics have been in this game. They've really brought it back. They need to make sure they keep it going for the next 2 as Alex gets in the way of another play. Hunter Sandbrook coming forward. Miracle blocks it out, making the clearance. Shot in towards the center. Robin will push that away. It's good stuff again from Mystics. They've kept it moving. They kept things fast and kept things away from this Uranum side. So they can't get away with anything. Hunter Sam in towards the center. Big block by Miracle. That's pushed out towards the side. And Alex is the one in control just for a moment. As again, big clearance from Uranum, but not coming together with, well, a follow-up touch.
No, they're most... Oh, no way. Oh, beautifully done there by Alex. Robin, beautiful double tap. Would have loved to see that one go in. But in the end, Alex gets the final touch needed to put that goal in. And now, sadly, one of the players has left the lobby. Oh, he's already back. Probably just a little disconnect. Changed, left, came back. Short 3v2. No damage done. Besides the 4 goals they conceded so far in this game. But luckily, still a 3v3. And maybe that little bit of a disconnection error. And now that changes back can help the Uranium team here. Now that maybe he's bringing the lessons back with him into this game.
Quite possibly. I mean, but there's still so much to change there as they miss out on a fantastic opportunity to get one up back on this Mystics side. 2 minutes to go on this game 3 of the set, and it is looking like Mystics will be going into the fourth game. The lovely 1 game advantage. They'll be at least securing a tie, but as we've constantly said throughout this game, nobody wants a tie out of these two. They really will be wanting to get a 3-1, be able to push upwards in these standings, push for the playoff spots after not the greatest of starts to their season, as Alex pushes it towards the blue net. I'll be able to do. That's a big clearance upfield. Velios will put it out towards the side. Velios has really been at least a standout supporter of their teammates in this game. Really doing the job on defense and getting up on offense as he gets a shot on now. That will just go wide. 1 minute to go. Can 4 goals be scored in this last minute? Yes, they can, but I don't think Uranum will want it, one of those 4 goals, to be this Mystics team getting yet another one. What a goal.
Oh, beautiful play there. Just Robin and Alex, they're finding each other in such a small space. Just ball going up, ball going down, ball going up, ball going down, ball in the back of your net. And now you're 5-0 down. No one knows how it's happening.
6-0.
Robin and Alex, they'll do it again. And now it's 6-0. And there's nothing you can say against them.
What is happening to the Uranum team? It does make you think, what's going to happen in the next game? Are they going to piece it together yet again and just run away with another one and we end up with a tied set? Oh, that's a scary thought as Robin brings it forward, looking to score another one yet again for Mystics. Blocked out by Avelios, trying to keep this score as low as possible against their opponents. And Sam leaving it for Robin. That moves towards the center. Alex looking for a wonder angle, doesn't find it.
No
but
way.
Hunter Sam might have that as the wood falls down. Robin deciding to move away. They don't need another goal, but it looks like they will be wanting to hold on to this shutout. Oh, okay, Robin. Okay, really going to cast a curse that. They are looking for another goal, and Robin, this is absolutely phenomenal shooting, finding the top right corner. That is a great shot.
And I love how the defense was just standing like, okay, he has 2 options. Either he's going for the infield pass and there's going to be a banger of a shot in the bottom left corner, or he's going for the most idiotic angle there is top right, where there's clearly one defender really close to, and obviously he chooses the top right corner and he just slots it in out of nowhere. 7-0 lead. Will they let 1 goal in to say like, hey, we got a Brazil on stream, or will they deny? So far that goal will not come in. Ball will touch the ground. 7-0 victory for Mystics here in game number 3.
Not going and getting yourself Braziled is very respectable, especially as where you take the choice to not do it to yourself. It looks like changes just swapping out for a moment, whether it's for a new player or just a quick car change to get away from a quite clearly cursed car for them. I think they were the one in the version 1 decal, so make sure you represent that EU pride and take it off for RSC. But it's quite clear Uranum has just let that game get completely out away from them. And possibly this series as well. This was a dominant performance from Mystics, both on offense and defense, so it might be hard for them to come back from that one, but I'm sure Uranum will come back and do their best.
Yeah, let's hope they do. But before we go into that game, well, never mind. Let's just mention one thing, that Robin had 900 points on his own in that game, and Alex had 4 assists and 4 saves to his name. It just shows that those two have a symmetry together that can be really dangerous if it just pops off. And then you have Hunter Sam to make sure, like, hey, you do everything in offense. I'm just going to be like the defensive guy and the midfield guy, making sure that the ball doesn't really leave you two. And oh, so close opportunity for Alex already here in the beginning. But, you know, if the Mystics roster can keep up like that, then it's going to be a 3-1 victory for them.
Well, they still have this 4 minutes and a few goals to make sure that they can get that 3-1 victory away but Uranum will keep fighting this 2-2. Although he said it's not what the teams wanted, it is now what the Uranum side really need as Velios starts off the scoring. Mystics completely ditching their own half of the pitch. As we said, that is a good real play from Velios to get themselves a goal.
Yeah, it was perfectly played, and obviously you're wondering where was the final defender while Hunter Sam was challenging that ball, and I think we're never gonna know. A Miracle looking for an opportunity, doesn't have enough boost to actually make it happen. Demo from Change on Robin. Velios trying to keep the pressure. Another demo from Change, this time on Alex. Miracle trying to find an angle on that blue net, but it proves just to be a little bit too difficult. Hunter Sam looking for the double tap, doesn't find any contact. No follow-up from any of the Mystics players. And Velios in midfield looking for Miracle. Finds him again. Quick shot. Looking for a follow-up, but no luck yet. And Hunter Sam slows the entire play down. He's taking his time into midfield. Robin can follow up. Quick shot on target will be denied. And for the first time here in game number 4, we see the Mystics roster applying pressure for a longer amount of time. A quick shot on target for Robin, and we have a tie game.
It's been that simple for a lot of the series for this Mystic squad to score goals. It's just the Uranum side have step off extremely quickly and give way too much space for the entire Mystics team to make the most of. So goals like, almost that. Was waiting for that. So situations like this, they just sort of step off and they get demoed. And they just give opportunities for passing plays like that from Robin to Alex to be put together. I was literally just slowing down my commentary so I could have my point proven, and it was very, very quickly.
And that gotta hurt if you're a Uranum fan when you see the duo of Robin and Alex just finding each other time after time after time and putting in all the goals against that Uranum roster. Mystics again in the lead. They were trailing here at the beginning, but they brought it back within probably under 30 seconds. Change looked for the opportunity, only finds the crossbar. Quick follow-up, no contact. A Miracle has to rush back as the final defender to make sure they're not going 3-1 down. But the entire Mystics roster already went into the orange half, went into full aggression mode. Velios tried something in the midfield to apply a little bit of pressure. Now, very awkward ball, almost the own goal, but luckily for him, he put it wide enough so he doesn't make the same mistake twice.
Almost flashbacks to the first game of the series, where Velios puts in the opener. Sure, they would have absolutely hated being the reason why 2 goals go in the other end. Alex pushing it towards net, but Velios has been decent for the rest of this set. It's just the plays around him not quite fully come together when it comes to the part of Change and Miracle. Straight towards the back line. Hunter Sam can't get away with that as that comes off to the backboard. Dropping down. Robin can't get the shot. Velios is up. Shot towards net. Putting pressure on the Mystics team. Miracle gets the follow-up. Alex will have to clear it out. Gets the right side, but Change is still there. Pushed towards the center, but still no one from Uranum actually pushing up and staying up. It's, again, another problem for the Uranum side of them stepping off way too quickly on offense. They do it on defense as well, and that's what I was talking about previously, just before the infield pass goal. They just let go of pressure way too soon at both ends of the pitch to really establish themselves against teams.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be something that will haunt them throughout this season if they can't change it fast. Because just like you said, and like you mentioned a couple times already, they have so many great opportunities that they can create if just one player stays in the offensive third for maybe even 5 seconds.
That's good.
And Change, why not? You just do it all yourself. You don't need your teammates to do it. Beautiful air dribble over the defense. Hunter Sam thinking, I can save that, but you dunk him beautifully into the back of the net. And we have a tie game here with 1 minute and 4 seconds left to play.
That is a strong challenge in response to Hunter Sam defense. They know how good he's been on defense. His fast left open. This could be a stolen game. Uranum have been behind for a huge chunk of this game, and in fact this set. But they might be stealing a 2-2 draw if they can just keep this for 55 seconds.
Yeah, and I think one of the players, or maybe they have one of the coaches in their VC watching the stream and hearing us say like, "Hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that," because they've changed a little bit in those two aggressions there. Changed going for the solo play, and then straight after kickoff, they're just being aggressive and sending 2 plays forward instead of only 1, while the rest is laying in the back. Robin looking for some contact after the infield pass for Hunter Sam. Sam drops it down towards Alex. Alex has to leave it here. Robin up, loses the 50-50 against Evelios. Great demo. Ooh, that was definitely needed to relieve the pressure that Mystics is trying to create here. And Uranium, they only have to kill 15 seconds and then they get the draw result that they so desperately wish for.
They're doing a good job here. This is all they need to do. They just trying to put enough pressure on the Mystics side to keep them on the back line for long enough for things to talk down. But here's the last chance coming in for the Mystics. Can they keep it up now? Alex in the way. That's dropping down towards center. Robin can't get there though. It was an open net as well, but it was just beyond the reach of just using boost. It needed the pre-jump. It ends tied at 2 apiece.
That final moment was so painful. I think if he either pre-flipped or just, front flipped, he probably could have touched it, but side flip it is in the end. Still, they didn't. Neither team lost. They both got 2 wins each. So, not losing is still a good thing. We definitely thought that the Mystics were the stronger team here in the end, but Uranium, they stepped up when it was needed, and they just stole the game out of nowhere. They became a little bit more aggressive. They said like, "Hey, you can do this, but we can do it better." But one thing I definitely noticed in this entire series is Robin and Alex on the Mystic side. If they can form that synergy even to a higher level, they're gonna be dangerous for the rest of Rival.
Yeah, it was great performance from Mystics. They just really need to be careful on how they're playing on defense, because they let a lot of goals through and a lot of chances through when they were still sort of trying to push up field. They recognise quite a few times when they need to sort of let go of pressure and start dropping back, make sure their boost economy is still flowing just fine for them. They just outstayed their welcome a few times, allowing Uranum to get outfield and score. Uranum on the other side of things, I feel like they can count themselves lucky. They got away with that last game just a little bit. It was almost a perfect mirror of the series. The first game going to Mystics in a close 2-0 win. The second one being a runaway for Uranum. The third game being a runaway for the Mystics. And we end up with a very close game. But still, Uranum, they have a platform now, I'd say. It was a good series that they just managed to steal a draw from. They can be confident moving forward of what they can do. They can come back into a series and play well enough to take a set, possibly down the line. They just need to sort of maintain pressure a little bit more. It's weird sort of talking about this pressure on both sides. But Uranum, they step off too soon, and Mystics, they stay up too much. It's a weird balance, this Rocket League thing, isn't it? But
it definitely is.
Yeah, it has to be said. Neither of these teams will win, but it's a good amount of confidence and a good platform moving forward.
True. It's definitely, you already said it that perfectly, so I'm not going to say too many words on it already. Otherwise, I think we can keep talking about this forever and ever. Like, there's too many Rocket League discussions that can be held on forever and ever. But at least one thing, the first series here on the stream was a 1-3 victory for Serene, and now here, the second series, we were thinking it's going to be a 1-3 victory for 1 or 2, but it ended up a draw. And luckily, we're not done yet. We still have one more series, and it will be casted by Tom, Dylan, and Kingsman Gas. So don't go anywhere. We'll be taking a quick break, and when we get back, we have one more series of RSC action for you.
light on me. This is the life of the game, and they will scream. They will scream my name. This is the life of the game, and fate will be my destiny.
And I was like, that's cool.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the last series of the day and the week. Precisely, we have Nightfall taking on Resolve, and obviously you got myself, Kingsman, and joining me tonight, back for his first cast of the RSC11, will be Tom Dillon. How are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm great. I wasn't expecting this new graphics package, Kingsman. I think I think it's spectacular. New intro, new everything. We're no longer at our virtual desk. It feels really weird. Back to an animated background, but I'm excited for this series. Last season was my first RSC season, so got the hang of everything and can get this one running at the moment. And by the looks of things, it's been very successful so far as well.
Yes, it has been. Everything going to plan. But the two teams, let's go on ahead and throw up the team stats. See how both of these are doing into week number 2. As we see, 4th place for Nightfall currently. 8 for 4 with a positive goal difference. Whereas Resolve, not such a good start to the season. 1 win in 12, 1 game win in 12. And a very hefty negative goal difference, so maybe this is the turnaround for them.
Maybe just, but it's going to be difficult. I always say at the start of a season, you need to make sure that you hit the ground running, and it appears that obviously one of these teams, Resolve, haven't quite been able to do that. So it's crucial that they identify this now as the turning point for them. They need to get some wins onto the board because playoffs, they're not easy to make, are they? Particularly when you're finding yourself chasing after teams who are in good form at the top of the table.
Exactly, and talking about top of the table, here we are. A win for Nightfall tonight will take them above Onka, potentially tied on games with them, but depending on what the scoreline is. And well, Resolve, they're sat rock bottom at the minute, and a win could catapult them all the way to 7th. Obviously, Uranium and Mystics still have to play their game, but a win for tonight is crucial for both teams. Nightfall looking to push towards the top of the table, and that would equal them with Ember, who are currently top with 12, but have played all of their games. And Resolve sat at the bottom, so no matter what, this is a crucial series, and we're only in week 2.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got to take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt because, of course, we've only played 3 series, is it? Yeah, it's 3 series,
Yeah.
so 4 games apiece, 3 series. So it's not really a big indicator of what's going on here. They've got to play 72 games of Rocket League, so to only have played 12 so far, it's not a massively important point where you are in the table right now. So I think to get top would be a big thing for them, but I'm not sure it's going to be the end of the world if they don't manage to do it, particularly as Resolve have only got that 1 win so far. But I think we're ready to throw up the player statistics.
I think we may have missed them, but one thing I will point out from that is Gecko on the Nightfall roster hasn't played yet, and it might be his first appearance yet, as we have Efficiency just starting his game, so we can talk a little bit more about and maybe throw back up the player stats. There we go. As well, from what we see in the lobby, the roster of Resolve will be Juiced, Exetify, and Jambi tonight. No sign of Cillian, their top goal scorer. So it's going to be really crucial where their goals come from. Exetify with that 0% win percentage. And well, the roster of Shadow Esports does change up a little bit with, I believe, Carlitos not being the person to be there tonight. He's also playing a critical role at the back for them with a very good saves percentage so far this season. And well, it's crucial that Shadow, with probably playing a sub game, get a good result here. And Resolve, well, they need a better result more than ever. Mainly, I think, to boost momentum, because momentum is so big in these RSC series. And if after 2 weeks you've only got 1 win, team morale is going to be at an all-time low.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's not ideal, as we said, starting a season slow. It's always going to affect you. You see it all throughout the sports around the world, where you start a season slow and that sort of derails the entire year, so to speak. For it's technically not a year, but well, it will be the last RSC season of 2022. That much is certain. I believe we are just about to get into this one. And oh no, he's still restarting his game.
Yeah.
I think. But
Slow PC,
well,
slow PC.
for those concerned, Netherlands have just equalised Kingsman. If you're watching that game.
Oh, you know, I
90
just missed
90
that.
plus 11 minute.
Oh my. Well, well, well.
I'm sorry to the one guy who had this game recorded and it's now had it spoiled.
Wow. So yeah, Messi. I've missed 3 goals in the time I've watched. And obviously, I'm a very unlucky charm. But talking about lucky charm, efficiency's back in, and we're gonna send them underway now as well. If you want to watch the World Cup, 90 plus 11. Wales does get the second goal, but maybe not more importantly, but we are going to be underway in RSC11 for Nightfall versus Resolve. Resolve needing a huge win here to maybe boost momentum and push above Fearless, and well, Resolve looking to push towards the top of the table, as now it's going to be Resolve getting the good shot off the start, but it's not going to connect. And well, Tom, it's good to see a team struggling at the bottom table, getting that good start and having the pressure.
It is. This time there's a shot that comes in. Mithril's going to be able to save and clear his lines. This time it's going to be work for Gecko off of the rear, off of the backboard, I should say. And now a chance maybe to chase this one down the left-hand side is Mithril. He gets it over the top of one. Gets a demo on a second as well. And now Mithril is going to give this a chase. I was going to tell you that Nightfall are in the blue and Resolve are in the orange. But at the moment, it looks like it's pretty even stuff. They're very end-to-end at the moment. A chance in the centre. Perhaps it's going to be cleared away by Gecko. Efficiency lays it off to him. Perhaps the chance to now get it into the centre for a teammate. No doing that. And they're going to have to attack down the other end, Resolve.
Yeah, they are. And well, oh, maybe not good defense from Resolve, as Gecko is going to score his first goal of RSC11. Good pass in the middle from Mithra, and well, X-Setify is caught out in the defense. Gecko, quick shot and a minute in. Nightfall take a lead, and well, it's a very equal game, but Nightfall have the upper hand.
They do, and now Resolve are going to need to really, really dig deep, aren't they? This might be the opportunity for them. Gecko is going to get there first. No one really giving it a proper chase. Efficiency might just go for this one. He doesn't want the double commit, or the overcommit, I should say, and it goes back downfield, which will be cleared by Mithril. Down this right-hand side, he'll give chase, try and get it over the top of the defender. In the end, gets himself into a little bit of a situation. Now in the centre, a chance perhaps for a shot, and it gets cleared once more. Gecko chases down the left-hand side. Now it's set up quite nicely from over the top of one, over the top of the second, but off the post in the end. And he will get a shot on target credit, but he won't get the goal.
Yeah, no, and it's, well, it's very quick to see how the momentum has gone. Getting shot after shot. Gecko is now 2 shots. He's made a very good start, considering he hasn't played yet, and he's going to get almost another one. But it's only off the bar. But this is a lot more like I expected the series. Looking at the team's records, I expected Nightfall to be attacking, and potentially Resolve. Sat more back, looking for a chance. Successify's going to get one, but it's skied massively over the bar, and that's not going to be what the Resolve team wants so far. As Mithril looks clear away, isn't going to clear it away. Juiced with a 50. Efficiency beaten by Jambi, but Jambi not going to get it on net, and oh my goodness. Bit shaky defense at the moment.
Well, they should be scoring all 3 of them. It won't matter in the end, as Juiced is going to get the goal that sees them go level, and perhaps now they start to think about taking their only second win of the season, having played 12 games, of course, this being the 13th. And really, they should be a little bit more clinical, shouldn't they? I think we can agree, as all 3 of those goals should have gone in before the 4th was eventually turned in. Looking to go back down the other end immediately. A Nightfall, the shot comes in. Juiced is going to be able to get it clear, but it will not really lead to an attack. In fact, at the other end goes Mithril, shot comes in, and it's cleared again once more.
Yeah, and well, it's exactly as you said. Resolve accuracy might need to be worked on in the game, but we've had 5 shots for Nightfall, and it's going to be 6, but Gecko, he's got 5 for himself. He's very, very much pushing upfield this game and pushing to give Nightfall a lead again, because they looked so offensively heavy before they got the goal, and well, that bit fondered down when they got their goal, but now we're going to see a brilliant bump from Mr. Efficiency. Mithil's got a free ball here, and he's going to slot it perfectly. Efficiency sets it up, Mithil puts it in.
Lovely, lovely looking goal, isn't it? It was that all stemming from that bump play. Mithril didn't have a lot to do. He did, in the end, do it well enough, which is all you can ask of him, and into the back of the net. So again, it looks a lot easier than it actually is. A lovely looking goal, and one that they've put a lot of teamwork into creating now, looking to double their advantage. Resolve again, having to go back to this, digging deep and doing what they did straight after the first goal went in. Juiced is going to try and create a little bit of an attack. He may have to wait for a teammate here. Goes over the top of Mithril. Gecko is going to get it cleared once again. If Excitify can't get to it, it might be an opportunity. He can. Back into the centre. Efficiency. Citify brings it away. Mithril will receive down the left-hand side off of the backboard, perhaps into a teammate. It doesn't fall for anyone. And now Juiced brings it away. Is this an opportunity over Mr. Efficiency? He gets the save in rather well indeed.
Yeah, he does, and it's good to see Resolve with some pressure here. And that's going to be Gecko with a shot, but it's going to be saved away. As now, oh my goodness. But as I was saying, sorry, it's good to see Resolve getting those chances in this game and pushing on to this game. They really do need to attack something. I really do want to see them get a few games here as well. We're going to see a demo from Mr. Officially onto Juice. That's an open net for Gecko. Excitify not quick enough. And Gecko doubles Nightfaller's lead.
It almost feels like it's falling away from Resolve here, doesn't it? Is they're just 3 goals now. Seems pretty insurmountable. They only 2 to get back level and take this to overtime, which in 38 seconds is almost insurmountable, you'd sense. Gecko now down this right-hand side looks to triple the advantage. He can't quite do so. Efficiency gets the shot. Maybe it's going to be Gecko eventually in the end. Maybe surely it's going to go in. Efficiency is going to get the goal eventually. And now at 4-1, you sense that this game is going the way of Nightfall.
There's a point of no return in some situations. I think Nightfall have crossed that. They are not giving Resolve a single bit of hope. And I'll be after goal 2, they kind of faded. Goal 3 went in, they lost it completely. I think it's for them. Focus on game 2. It's a clean slate, 0-0. You just attack, go again, and make sure it's fine. But Excitify is looking to set something up here, but it's not going to be induced. Good 50. Maybe not even 50, but it's a good bump, but it's a bit of a double commit here. Gecko versus Excitify. Good 50. Ball's going to drop, and well, what a game from Nightfall. 12 shots, and they're going to take a very comfortable 4-1 win.
Absolutely, and it looks like they'll make a sub here actually as well. Nightfall as Gecko has left the match. Whether that's a card change or a substitution, indeed it is going to, well, at least throw a little bit of a spanner into the works. And well, if they do make a substitution here, would you say that it's about fair enough, Kingsman? Just making sure that this stage in the tournament you're getting all of your players a little bit of match experience, so they're not rusty heading into the latter stages.
In most cases, yes, but in Gecko's case, considering he hasn't played a series yet, considering from what it looks like, he might be filling in as a sub position. I'd say, and considering he MVP'd that game, he would be the least of my worries right now for Nightfall to replace. He is having, at the moment, one hell of a series. Hopefully, Counter Curse doesn't come back to him. But yeah, he's doing brilliant. He had 8 shots in that game. He really put pressure on Resolve, and well, yeah, it's just Resolve who've got to fight back here. They had a lot of mixed games, so maybe a lot of sub-ins, sub-out. We might see one in the series, but overall, I think Gecko's staying.
Yeah, he is. He's joined back into the session, so it was a bit of a mute point for me. He's obviously just had to change his car or something. But into game 2 then, we head over to DFH Stadium. And, well, it is still going to be Resolve in the orange, Nightfall in the blue. We get kicked off once again, Resolve needing to find an equaliser in this series, really. And in fact, just points on the board as we go into this rest of this series, but it's not going to happen for them, as Gecko is going to immediately get underway with the first goal of this second game, cleared out to him on this left-hand side, and he just taps it into the bottom right-hand corner, and there was no one there to save it.
No, and well, that's what happens. Defense sleeps for a minute, and it gives the attackers an hour, and they can score that whenever. Brilliant placement from Gecko, and well, he's having a hell of a series. If he is a sub, maybe it might just be availability wise, but if he's sub, well, he is certainly showing his true colors here. Maybe showing his GM or AGM. Hey, I deserve main spot here. I deserve that credibility, and he's doing it on stream, the best place to do it. But Exciteify now, ball cleared. Gecko looks to get it middle. Efficiency's up. It's going to be a shot, and Jambi is going to pull the save out of the goal line. I think it's a bit of a triple commit there, but they aren't going to matter as Exciteify booms it downfield. Mithril, good control and a good calm defense for Nightfall here. They haven't really been tested in this game yet, but we're only a minute in. Jambi looks for the double tap, gets it middle, beaten Juice, and a bit of a bump in the defense, but luckily for them, it's not going to amount to anything.
Mithril, though, is going to storm forward. He's got a real chance here if he can get it over one. He might have to go for the second. Exciteify clears his lines in the end. Juice is on the left-hand side, ready to receive, but Efficiency sends it back downfield. Gecko into the centre. Efficiency back chasing it down, and he just can't get the shot away. It's going to be cleared only for Mithril to put it back into contention here. Perhaps there is a teammate in waiting, but no one quite in the ends off of the backboard. Maybe Mr. Efficiency puts this in. A good demo play, but Juiced is on the line. Mithril back again is going to get the goal eventually. And when you press that hard and that effectively, eventually the defence is just going to give, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with the defender who makes a save being 0 boost, no chance of recovery and then being out of position. It's never good, and it doesn't work, but that was a good kickoff. Jambi does fondle it though, as Gecko looks for the mid ball. Efficiency's onto it, and it's going to be very well placed actually. And Nightfall just dominating. I don't know what's happening to this Resolve defense, but they're being torn apart.
Well, I think the same thing that's obviously been happening over the last 3 series is happening once again. Resolve just looking like a team that are a total calamity at the moment in this season. Of course, plenty of time to get back into this league, but right now, maybe a fourth here. Gecko's going to go for it and will be cleared away by Jambi, who brings it downfield. Juiced isn't in waiting. Mithril is, though. Mithril gets over the top of the defender and gets the fourth.
Well, if there was ever a nice in the veins moment, there it is. Jambi, not the good clear. Exciteify in the defense. He just slots it round him. Mithril, absolute ice. And, well, he's going to make it 4. I'd say Resolve are out of game 2. I know, pretty bold, but I haven't seen enough from them. 0 shots. Not much offensive pressure either in my eyes, but there's still maybe a bit of time, but I don't think this is comeback. As Gecko looks for the redirect, isn't going to get it. Exciteify going to clear the ball away. But we're going to see, as soon as I say that, a Nightfall attack here, but Juiced lobs it up and Gecko launches the ball away. And a bit of a miscommunication sends Jambi flying. And Exciteify is going to get his 4th save on the line. And, well, he's definitely been the saviour of this series as Jambi picks up his saviour now. They're all slowly just piling on the saves here as this just Nightfall attack after attack, and that almost goes in. And, well, Tom, if this is going to be how the series is going, Nightfall are going to have this pretty comfortably.
Well, I think already halfway through this series, this is, well, it will be after this game, won't it? This is certainly the way it's going. Gecko now a chance to go central. Jambi brings this away, but at the moment it's pretty arbitrary. Trying to save the goal distance. It's not quite going to happen. Goal difference, I should say, and the shot is slightly wayward. Just look at this. You look at this Resolve attack. They haven't had a shot on target. The defence has been pretty staunch. I mean, 7, 8 saves, I make it, which, to be honest with you, isn't a huge issue for them. Gecko going to try and put a goal in. I think it really is this attack that's not firing. I mean, though you can't really expect to be winning games conceding 4 goals, but I think you get the point. They've just been dominated here and they haven't been able to spend time in the opposition half.
Yeah, and to be fair, you say that, it's been brilliant from Nightfall. Nightfall has absolutely shown a masterclass, and there you go. Efficiency to Gecko. Make it 5, put more salt on the wound. And, well, if the game was out of reach at 4, 5-0, it's looking good. And Resolve have not even had a shot. I mean, 14 shots for Nightfall and 0 for Resolve. This is a top of the table team, absolutely rinsing a bottom table team as it stands. And, well, statement is correct.
Well, this is a bit of a gulf, isn't it, in class between the two sides that we're seeing right now. As Phoenix FPV says, this is rough for them. It certainly is. And now Juiced looks to get to this one. He does do so, wearing 3 lions on the shirt. Definitely not coming home for him in this series. His efficiency gets the shot in. Juiced is going to clear it away. And as I said, it's very academic at the moment. Exciteify might go for a bit of a clip here, and Mistral going to clear it away back into the centre for himself. Gecko has to clear, otherwise that was going in. Jambi gets the save credit. Mithril back forward. Mithril surely here off of the backboard. Teammates there. Efficiency shoots and Jambi saves.
Well, the defensive resolve is looking better. I will give them that. They are on to 12 saves. They are racking up. They obviously want the saviour in the players of the week. But when a team has 21 shots in a game, Resolve haven't even had a shot. And I think they're going to get one, there you go, one for their troubles, and maybe a goal from it. Two, they get a goal from it, but I think a little undeserved, as there's a bit of a double commit in the defense, but they are going to get something from it. 2 shots, but Nightfall looked comfortable. 21 shots to the 2, which came in the last 5 seconds. Nightfall really looking like they're going to walk the series here.
That's the least dramatic buzzer beater I think you'll ever see, Kingsman. Consolation goal in the end. It's not really good enough for them, regardless. You have to say, is to lose 5-1 when you're spending so much time in your half. As I said during the game here, I don't think their defense was particularly horrendous. It's just that when you're inviting the pressure that Nightfall were putting onto them, even if you're able to make 10 saves, 11 saves, if you can't spend time and run the clock down in their half, they're just going to have so much time to pepper you even more and score more goals.
Yeah, they are. And well, what can you say? I've said it 3 times already, I think, but I am going to repeat myself just to make sure. 21 shots. I want to know what the RSC record of that is on stream. How many shots a team has had. But I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, 21 shots. Some would say the shooting percentage is poor for Nightfall. But look at the saves from Resolve. I'll give them credit. 13 saves out of the 21. 18 going in, so 3 miscellaneous in a way. And well, game 3, Resolve really going to maybe learn to need to the counter-attack here. But more to come, and well, maybe Nightfall will surprise us here.
Yes, perhaps. I mean, Resolve here. If they level this series, it's still possible for them. Then at least they've got themselves a couple of points onto the board heading into week 3. But I think right now they're just going to try and avoid the embarrassment of a sweep, which is the first task. Mithril might look to go forward. And if you can take a series like this, that you're being battered in, and you can get a game win, then all of a sudden you actually can start to take positives out of this series. As now Gecko looks to go central. There isn't a teammate quite in waiting. Mithril is a little bit behind this one. Efficiency takes the shot, but it's cleared back downfield. Gecko has to clear his lines. But yeah, back to the points, you can sort of take positives if you are able to get a win here. As Juice might try it, and it's going to be a goal. So they're at least not halfway there, but at least 10% of the way there.
They're on their way. A game win does bits for motivation and the mental. Like, there is every small chance. They get a game, they push on and get 2. Well, who knows? There's lots of chances. 4 minutes 16 on the clock, and I think it might be the first Resolve lead. And I'm sure they'll take positives out of that. Could be 2 here. It's gonna be 2. I don't know if that was an Exciteify pass. My brain, Exciteify, Gecko getting a maybe a bit of a poor touch here. And 2-0 and Resolve, well, they're pushing on and they are going for it. That would be brilliant.
Well, one game, and all of a sudden you're back in the series. So let's wait and see. As I'm sure Nightfall will find a way to get back into this. I think it's just delaying the inevitable at this stage. Anything can happen, though. As Juice, this one's going to be over the top of his head, but the shot is wayward as well. Ball goes into no man's land, really, for Exciteify to eventually have to save off of Gecko's shot. Now Mithril's going to press for it. Efficiency's there. Gecko is just a little bit to the side of him, and Exciteify can try and spark an attack. He's out of boost there and out of luck. Juice, he's the one who has to send it back downfield. He's no longer wearing the 3 lions on the shirt. Juiced. He's changed car by the looks of things.
I'm not going to say it, but it might be the difference. Never mind, actually. England are gonna win. Mithril puts one in. It's all rhyming today. Juiced caught off guard. Mithril pops the ball over, and well, absolute class from Mithril and Nightfall. As 6 shots, they do have 330. This game is theirs to win, I think.
I fully expect them to win from here. Efficiency might try and make the equation look that little bit nicer. He doesn't, and now Jambi chases it down this right-hand side. The shot does come in, and there's no one home to save it. It's going to be Mithril with the goal credit. I think he chased down his own shot there. I hope so. Otherwise, he's stolen it off of a teammate. He did chase down his own shot and gets the goal as well. Leveled the game, and they've leveled the game within 21 seconds of the 2 goals.
Yeah, they have, and well, that was very quick. Didn't take that much time. And, well, it's a shock turner. Or not really a shock, actually. I'll take that back. Nightfall always looked like they're going to come back into a game. They have so much offensive pressure that there's never really a chance. Misthral's bagged the 2 goals, and he's looked very, very good this game. Unstoppable, some might say. Gecko had it game 1 and 2. Mithril stepping up this game, and well, if you had to step up for Resolve, I'd say it was more Excitify. He got one of the goals, but he's not going to save that. And well, is this Nightfall's time to run away with it? 3 consecutive goals, and the lead is theirs.
And for what it's worth, they're on their way to winning the series. You don't get any extra points for that, of course. Well, I suppose depends on the way you look at it. But they will certainly be happy with this performance, and the sweep starts to beckon purely for ego's sake. And of course, that 1 extra point you get for the 4th game victory. Mithril might chase this one down off of Gecko's pass. Juiced does try to clear, but clears straight into Mr. Efficiency, who tries to get the shot away. Excitify does very, very well to get the save. This shot comes in from Mithril, though it might all be in vain. It won't be. It's off of the post and clears out to the corner. Still 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this game 3. Gecko looks to make it 4, but he can't quite do so. It clears away once more for Efficiency, who can't quite do anything with it. And now, with 2 minutes to go, there's a chance here, actually, as it goes downfield, and we saved by Efficiency. And it's 3-2.
Yeah, well, we were just saying, how close it was, and that almost was an equalizer. But Nightfall gonna hold on to the lead here. And wouldn't it make the game interesting if Resolve got a goal back here, pushed back on the goal lines? And I was saying earlier how Excitify was having a good game here, pushing his team on. He's got 4 saves. He's having the game of his life as ball middle. Bit of a double commit, and it's a brilliant demo. And Mithril not going to get the angle, but Gecko is going to put it in, and I'm going to close the curtains on this game. And, well, momentum's fully behind Nightfall. You think the heads must be dropping now. Jambi in a few too many double commits. And it's going to be 4-2. 90 seconds on the clock. And, well, game on. Resolve, if you can come bring this back, show us what you've got. I would love to see it.
I'd love to see it as well. As Excitify looks to go over Mr. Efficiency. Juice now gets the shot, and maybe there's a chance here. Mithril's going to miss flip. He's going to backflip instead of going forward, and Juiced is going to get just about the luckiest goal of his life. Look at this on the right-hand side of your picture. He just hits the wall. I think he backflipped into it. And if they do go on to lose this game, that's certainly going to be the, let's say, embarrassing moment that will change it.
Fail of the week right here. You saw it here, but Mithril is going to almost make up for it, but, well, he does. Mithril, you're just too good, man. Goes off the ceiling, gets it round 1, gets it past Excitify. Gecko can't miss. And, well, he gets his... And, well, I said earlier, Mithril, what a game he's having. My curse doesn't seem to exist. I'm praising players left, right, and centre, and they are having stormers of a game as Jambi. Oh, not the best touch there, but he's going to get a reset, and it is going to go straight to Mithril. He hasn't had the best series, but ball middle now, Excitify, good angle to clear. And as soon as I was going to say earlier, there was going to be a bit of momentum behind Resolve, Mithril just puts on a show. But Juiced is going to get the pass, Excitify is waiting. Ball looks to go back middle, isn't going to do anything, and 45 seconds left on the clock, Tom. Is it doable?
No, I don't think so. And I think when you make mistakes and are able to immediately turn it around like that, that just says a lot. This time it may be the 6th that would certainly seal it. It won't be. Gecko has to recollect. Jambi looks to make it a close last 30 seconds, and it won't be in the end. Gecko gets to this one, might finally find the 6th. Mithril can't get to it. Efficiency is there. He goes up for the ball,
Ooh,
challenged, and
what
it's
a
going to be
save.
cleared by Jambi. In the end, it was a superb save. And, well, maybe if they blur out the scoreline, that might be save of the week. Now Juice looks to find the shot. It won't work, though. It won't matter, I should say, as 3 seconds to go. They are going to lose this game and this series as well. Exciteify looks to get another buzzer beater consolidation goal, but it consolation goal, I should say, not consolidation. And it's going to be work.
Well, all helps the goal difference. I mean,
All helps the goal difference.
Nightfall looking to push on their goal difference, Resolve looking to stop a trembling goal difference. And, well, hasn't been the best series for Resolve, but credit to them, they look 10 times better this game. Scored 3, 6 shots, but Nightfall, their pressure's too good. They can just hold pressure so well. 16 shots in that game. And, well, Game 4, if it's this series has showed us anything, then Shadow deserve to 4-0, I'd say here.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't think you can win games as comfortably as they've been doing. I mean, they've had their chance to get back into this series Resolve. They can't argue with that. You've led a game 2-0 in the first minute, so you've really got to be winning those sorts of games. And I think here, Nightfall to come back and win that game 5-3 after obviously a 5-1 victory in the game before and a comfortable victory in the first game. I don't think there's anything that Resolve can complain about here. They just simply haven't been good enough, Kingsman.
Yeah, they haven't. They have picked it up. I'm excited for what Game 4 is going to bring. Hopefully, we get a close game, maybe an overtime. Maybe we're treated with an overtime in Game 4 and a Resolve team looking to solve their problems. But it's going to be Game 4. Nightfall looking to join Blaze at the top of the table. And, well, Resolve looking to try and maybe push back their season. And Mr. Efficiency is going to force Juice into an incredible save to start the game off. But already it's going to be Resolve on the back foot, Tom.
Yes, it will be. And, well, maybe the shot that comes in might just go in. It won't. Juice gets it cleared in the end. Mithril has to chase. Juice is challenging for it. He almost pre-jumps that challenge and doesn't quite work for him. Mithril will bring the ball away. Efficiency now into Mithril. Mithril can't quite get onto it. Jambi gets it cleared. And now Jambi actually pressing. This is the first RSC game I've casted on this new map. Very nice to see it being used. Gecko puts the ball forward. Exciteify gets it clear. Think here Resolve, I almost feel like they're playing a little bit with more intensity than they were in the past few games. But I still think here, as this will prove the point I was about to make as Vast Mithril gets the goal. I was going to say that it looked like Nightfall was still in control and just sort of toying with them. And that's exactly how it's panned out.
Yeah, I think it's Exciteify or Jambi. One of them was beaten on the wall. And Juice doesn't expect it. And, well, it is going to be a lead for Nightfall. Resolve really needed the lead. I'll be honest. They needed the lead to get some momentum. But it's not all downwards from here, unless that goes in. No, but Exciteify picks up his savior. He's been racking up saves this series. I think he had 4 in the first game, a few game 2, 5 last game, and he's got 3 already this game. Man is going for some savior this week, and well, it's going well for him as well. We're gonna see Nightfall now. Look just to pass it back and just maybe stall time a bit early here. They're playing with a lot less tempo than they were in the game before, but it does give Jambi a free save, his second of the game and his 6th for the team. Nightfall are already on 7 shots, and that's a beautiful infield pass, but Gecko is going to 50 Exciteify, sorry, Juice and Mithril's going to 50 Exciteify, but it's good to see Resolve on the attack, and hopefully for them they can pull a goal back here, maybe even a game to consolidate for their troubles.
Well, let's not talk too soon as this one comes off of the post, and well, that would have been a ice in the veins moment, that's for sure on the clip. But anyway, it won't be. As right-hand side goes Exciteify, gets the shot in. Mithril is going to go over his head, and well, dare I say it, as I don't think he'll like me saying this, second defensive mistake of of the day from his perspective. He's only got about 18 goals to make up for it, but regardless, it's well, that would be frustrating for him on a personal level, I think.
Yeah, but ceiling shot inbound, I'm calling it. He did it last time, he's going to do it again. Oh, actually, no, never mind. He's too... Oh my god, talking about that, there could be a goal here, but efficiency is not going to put it in here. And, well, it's very interesting to see that Resolve is on the back foot after scoring. I thought they'd be more attacking the game, more going for it, more rushing. No, not rushing, but running in to the whole series. But Jambi now has the chance. Gecko goes for boost, and oh my, and Exetify puts it in. Jambi's going to be annoyed at himself. He should be scoring that, but Excitify puts it in, and Resolve find themselves at a very good place.
They do, and I'm wondering where this side has been essentially all this time long. There's Chilean in chat is saying that he was kicked. He was captain, but he was kicked. Is that, Kingsman, you'll know this, is that for Resolve, I'm assuming?
I think he's not playing this series. I don't think he's been kicked.
He's just said he's
it's
been
more
kicked.
just drama. No, do not worry. There's no drama here. The RSC drama committee needs to be started, and we just make some RSC drama to spread through the Twitch chat. And well, who knows? Captain, maybe he wasn't on his day at the scrim, and Serenity, the GM, has said this is our best chances of going into this game, and well, they might be taking game 4. I've spoken too soon, but Juiced gonna clear it away. Excitify passes it to Gecko in the mid. Jambi with a good demo, but Juiced picks up his savior. And well, it's interesting. GM dropped me, called it. Dropped him from the series. Yeah, not... Obviously, teams want to be doing well, and Gecko is going to be giving Nightfall that tie game. It's not 90 plus 11, but it's 123, and we're 2-2.
Yeah, and this is just Nightfall continuing to accelerate away. A little bit of a blip, losing again for a few moments' time. But to be fair to Chilean, I think really, if you've had such a bad start to the season, sometimes it can take dropping your sort of captain for a week and just give him a bit of a kick up the bum, I guess, and it can sort it out quickly. But anyway, I'm sure he'll be back and strong further on in the season. Hopefully next week. Mithril down this left-hand side or right-hand side looks to chase it down, won't find it. Mr. Efficiency now looks to go to Gecko. Gecko has a shot, and oh my word, it's so close. It was halfway across the line, and now his Resolver have a turn to attack. Juice actually sets it up quite nicely to Gecko, who has a shot, and well, he doesn't quite get the connection on it in the end.
You know, as soon as you said they're on the attack here, I was like, oh, maybe we're going to see a goal here, and they take the lead, and it's going to be hype all over again. But there's not really the connection. But all 3 saves for all of the Resolves players. 9 saves. And well, attack, maybe not actually. Jambi doesn't get a good recovery. But it's a good 50. Nightfall on the attack here. Excitify booms it downfield. Gecko gets control. It's going to be a 50. And I might get that OT I wanted. Or not. Oh no, I spoke too soon.
Oh dear, Kingsman. It's Gecko down this right-hand side with actually a quietly very nice-looking goal. Jambi couldn't quite get to it, but that is not the end of the game just yet. Resolve could find something here, and it would certainly be the story of the night, I'd say. They lose kickoff though, and that's certainly counterproductive for their cause. 8 seconds to go. Can they find something really late on in this contest? I dare say they can't. 3 seconds to go. Juiced is going to have to beat the buzzer down this right-hand side, this left-hand side if he wants to. Excitify does get the shot, and it was going in, But Nightfall win the game, and they sweep the series.
Right. I'm going to be the first to say deserved. Nightfall had 10 plus shots every single game. You cannot do that and lose. The pressure they had, you needed to have a masterclass in counterattacks, which Resolve didn't bring today. But they did well. They pulled back game 3 and 4, but it just wasn't enough. 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals. It's still a loss, and they'll be sat on 1 loss, and I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves, and words will be said in the camp after this.
And I think here, Resolve, they need to pick themselves up quickly, because what we've just seen is essentially the gap that they need to make up in terms of the rest of this season, because that is the difference between a top side in this rival division and a rather low side in this division. So I think here this is where Resolve need to just look at themselves. They, from what we understand, have dropped their captain for this game. They need to figure out amongst themselves what's going on and sort it out quite quickly. But I'm sure it's something that they can do. And this early in the season, it's not a huge concern.
Of course it is. But it'll be the first 4 of the night. Obviously, we had a 3-1 from Serene Nara, I believe. If my memory's right, that is. It could be completely wrong. Then we had a 2-2 after that and a 4-0. And it brings a close to, I believe, the Week 2 stream for RSC. And, well, we've had some very good results. But that is it. We are going to be wrapping up the final stream of the week. Obviously, RSCast will be back Monday, so stay tuned for that. But for RSC streams, I believe this week, that is it. This was Kingswin, and alongside me, we had the man, the myth, the legend in Tom Dillon. This was us, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Cheers.